Hello, it is me, Terri-Lynn Hubert. When I was young, I would often like to spend time with the nuns at my church and visit convents. My dad, as a child, as a baby used to take me to cloister nuns, and the church used to have the cloister nuns or convents that they lived in. But as a young girl, about 8 years old on, I had a great desire to be a wife to a man, not a nun in a convent. Then off and on, as I got a little older, I would think, yes, I want to be a nun in a convent. I want to join the convent. But one day, about 15 years old, a vision was given to me that I am to marry a man and do ministry. And the devil attacked me. I later worked at convents and dressed retired Mother Superiors and nuns in convents, and they prayed for me, and I read Bibles to them, and would even make handmade prayer veils and habits to put on them, and I would pray often in the chapel. I worked the midnight shift. They would lock me inside of the building of the convent on a beautiful estate in Pennsylvania with a canonized saint, and I worked there the year the deceased nun was canonized. I even saw nuns buried and laid out in the chapel overnight with roses in the coffin, white roses with their bodies open. Elderly nuns. But I think back today and I see that God and Jesus did not call me to be a nun or to remain celibate, but rather to be a saint that is married to a man. To have children is God's will for me. And to be a proper wife and serve God and Jesus as a helpmate to a man that he chooses for me, and a wife for him. But because I was not in the convent, the devil attacked me hard because I had no proper covering and protection. The cloister nuns are very careful. The nuns cannot leave the convent, and they fight sin. Could you imagine me, one woman, without a proper gatekeepers around me? I believe God and Jesus will help me fulfill what they want for me as a wife and a mother, but it just was delayed. As a young child, I was on TV, on Channel 10, and a regular on Romper Room. I was a visitor on Catholic stations over the last 10 years as somebody sitting in the pews with a prayer veil. I was asked to do modeling and things like that, but I declined. Later to come to find that God has chosen a great plan for me.